say what you like or don't like about the American military, but my hats are off to that whole chain of command, that whole organization, that they were able to pull off and execute something as flawlessly as this did. It was not easy to do, but they've been training to do things like this for 30 or 40 years, and they showed the ability to do it, and I'm proud of those men and women.
One more question. What if it be revealed, like some reports, of course, America saying one thing, Iran is saying one thing. What if it comes that they didn't destroy those targets? Like would that be a huge embarrassment to the country? Like, would that change anything if those targets still exist?
Well, it's going to take a while, to have the targets totally obliterated. We'll have to. We won't know for sure until we get boots on the ground to dig through the rubble. And God knows how long that's going to take.
It's 300 feet, right, Anson? They're 300 feet down.
That's at least 200 feet down, and
the bombs go 200.
The bomb. Well, I'm not that familiar, but that's one of the reasons you use. Somebody asked me a week ago, how many bombs would it take in order to destroy both underground facilities at Natanz and Fodor, however you pronounce the two names. And I said it would take 15 or 20. Well, that was just a wild-ass guess. I haven't been in the military for 35 years. But that was a wild-ass guess, but it turns out we dropped 14 on them. And the above-ground facility, Isfahan, which is not an underground facility, and I'm hearing that that's where they were keeping the 60% enriched uranium that they had. That facility was by and large mostly destroyed by the cruise missiles fired by the American submarine.
Anson, I'm glad you're in the room because I wanted to understand this. The refueling in the air is extraordinary to me, how they pulled that off. And it sounded like they had to do it several times on this trip.
3 times.
Can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, 3 times. And the amazing thing is they did it without hardly any communications. We had 125 airplanes involved in this, according to the TV, and 7 of them being B-2 bombers. And they carried out this 36-hour mission from start to finish with planes in the air. They carried it out. Well, nobody detected them. That's amazing. Over a 36-hour period, there wasn't a single shot fired against them because nobody could detect them. And they were able to carry it out without airplane-to-airplane communications by and large, because satellites can pick up those communications. And Iran might not have that capability, but certainly the Soviets and the Chinese do. And they could have, if they had heard this massive air armada headed their way, they could have picked it up electronically had that armada been talking back and forth to each other or talking back to the National Command Authority in Washington. And they did all that without talking to each other. That is an extraordinary feat. I understand how they did it, but that is truly an amazing and extraordinary military set of military actions.
Wow.
Just
and
truly amazing.
How long does it take when they do the refueling? How long does that actually take?
I'm not an aviator, but that gas flows very hot and heavy. I think an airplane stays hooked up to a tanker certainly no more than a half an hour, but I'm guessing 15 minutes to a half an hour. If the airplane is almost empty and it's going to get a whole tanks fill up their tank, top off their tanks, I'm guessing it takes 15, 20 minutes. So you got to have a lot of tankers in and that would be for a big plane like the B-2. The smaller fighter aircraft probably had to refuel more often. So there were a lot of tankers in the air, and again, I have no idea how many, but I know they were forward deployed. That was announced a week or so ago, and we